If you are someone who has been confidently shipping your AI agents to production, here are the three questions you need to ask yourself today. Number one, where is my system most fragile? Which layer is the most fragile layer of the system of the AI agent that I'm building? Now, how will you know which layer it is? I have been writing about the 7 dimension framework that I have been using when building AI agents, and that will give you the 7 different dimensions or the different layers in which you have to look for. So, like most of the teams might optimize for infra uptime, they might optimize for model health, but who knows, your failures can quietly lie at the knowledge base layer, or it can lie at the tooling layer, or it can even lie in your observability gaps as well. Which again brings me to the second question that you need to ask: what does a quiet failure look like? The thing is, AI agents do not fail loudly. You're not going to get error rate spikes or alarms or red dashboards, all of that alarms triggering like we have been traditionally seeing in all the systems, right? AI agents fail quietly, and sometimes you will not even notice that there is a drift from what it is supposed to do and what it is actually doing. Even on my videos, I've been sharing some of the real world case studies on what this drift actually looks like. So the point is, if your AI agent has started to drift, how are you going to catch that? Or what is your fallback mechanism if there is a drift from what it is doing? Number three, the most interesting part is who is watching the watchers, which means who is watching your observability layer. Remember in point one, I talked about the observability layer gaps. Yes, exactly. This is something which not many people are going to think about. But as I said, as I always talk about the green dashboard failures, in which your dashboards it might appear completely green and healthy, but there is something wrong. So, on top of your observability, also, you need to figure out what can actually go wrong. And if it does, how are you going to catch that? So, you have to watch the watchers as well. Like, for example, your hallucination. So, for example, your evaluators can start accepting hallucinated output as valid. You never know. So, your baseline for what is correct might change. So this is an example of how your observability layer that you've built around the agent can also fall apart. So for that reason, please refer. So if you want to learn more about the framework, the case studies, the failure modes that can happen at each of these layers, do visit the blog, which I've linked it down in the description and in the pinned comment below, so that when your team is shipping the next AI agent, you can do so with more confidence.